Individual food choices matter, but they have limited impact on systemic problems. One person choosing safer products doesn't change industry practices. However, organized consumer action can force accountability when regulation fails. Understanding how to leverage collective power is important. The history of consumer food safety movements shows what's possible. Boycotts have changed practices when they achieved critical mass. Social media campaigns have exposed problems manufacturers wanted hidden, forcing recalls and reforms. Collective litigation has created financial consequences that got executives' attention when regulatory fines didn't. Modern tools enhance consumer power. Apps now track recall data, safety violations, and manufacturer records, making information accessible that previously required research expertise. Consumer advocacy organizations coordinate action across thousands of individuals, amplifying impact. Social media allows rapid information sharing that companies can't control. Effective activism requires strategic focus. Identify brands with repeated safety failures rather than isolated incidents. Everyone makes occasional mistakes, but patterns of negligence deserve consequences. Coordinate purchasing shifts to reward transparent producers who submit to third-party testing, share supply chain information, and respond promptly to problems. Document and share manufacturer responses to complaints. Companies care deeply about public perception. Social media amplification works because it circumvents traditional media gatekeepers. A contamination incident might not be newsworthy to mainstream outlets, but it can go viral on social platforms if presented compellingly. Companies monitor social media constantly and respond to emerging problems faster than they respond to private complaints. Public pressure has different weight than individual concerns. Legislative advocacy creates permanent change rather than temporary responses. Contact representatives about food safety issues. Support organizations lobbying for stronger regulations. Participate in public comment periods when agencies propose new rules. Industry has professional lobbyists. Consumers need to show up too. Building coalitions increases effectiveness. Food safety concerns cross demographic boundaries. Parents, elderly advocacy groups, environmental organizations, animal welfare groups, public health professionals, these constituencies have aligned interests on many food safety issues. Coalition advocacy multiplies impact. Balancing individual and collective action is important. Choose safer products now for your family's immediate protection. That's individual action addressing present needs. Simultaneously support collective action changing systemic problems. That's investing in long-term improvement for everyone. The privilege aspects of food safety activism deserve acknowledgement. Safer, more transparent food products often cost more. Not everyone can afford to pay premiums for organic certification or artisanal production. Effective activism should push for better safety across all price points, not create a two-tier system where only wealthy consumers get safe food. Focus demands on achievable changes rather than perfection. Demanding universal organic production won't succeed. Demanding accurate labeling, stronger pathogen testing, and faster recall responses might. Choose battles that can win. Maintain pressure despite industry PR campaigns. Companies respond to consumer activism with public relations, commissioning favorable studies, creating pseudo-grassroots campaigns, and pledging voluntary improvements they don't actually implement. Skepticism about industry promises is warranted. Verify changes actually occur rather than trusting press releases. The fundamental power consumers have is economic. Companies exist to profit from selling products. When organized consumers redirect purchasing away from negligent producers toward responsible ones, market signals become clear. This requires enough participants to create measurable sales impacts, which requires organization and coordination. Your individual choices matter for your family. Collective action matters for everyone. Both are necessary. Neither alone is sufficient. Food safety requires constant vigilance because the incentives for cutting corners never disappear. Profit-seeking companies will always test boundaries. Consumer activism provides necessary accountability when regulation fails. The goal isn't punishing companies for being companies. The goal is creating market conditions where safety and transparency are profitable, where consumer trust is a valuable asset worth protecting, where reputation damage from contamination incidents exceeds cost savings from cutting corners. Activist consumers can create those conditions through persistent, organized pressure.